So, as you know, on Election Day, 3 board members voted to reject 948 mail-in ballots with no opportunity for voters to appeal, cure, and/or defend their right to vote, and as a result of, and that was as a result of a private citizen's mass challenge of those voters and the unsworn testimony of a third party who, under questioning from Commissioner Jallo, revealed this, basically the sole basis for the challenge was the software platform identified as Eagle AI. And I wanted to share with you all an article here. If I just take one, pass it down, there should be enough for all of you and Mr. Lynch. So this is, it was not hard to find. Just Google Eagle AI, and I see this is from the Brennan Center for Justice at New York University School of Law.
Which has a very precise opinion on all these on all these matters. Very left.
Please continue.
Go ahead. It's titled A New Anti-Democracy Tool, subtitled Eagle AI is the latest effort by election deniers to use the upkeep of voter rolls as a vehicle to disenfranchise voters and spread disinformation. Authors Alice Clapman and Andrew Garber, published in September 2023. I'll just read a few excerpts here on page 1. Don't let the AI in the name fool you. There's nothing intelligent about Eagle AI, which appears to be no more than a system that performs data matches based on a database of public voter data amassed by a web scraper. Its own proponents describe it as, quote, Excel on steroids. Abbreviating the next paragraph, Eagle AI takes from sources to create massive lists of voters. From there, it highlights names of potentially ineligible voters using criteria that are at best unreliable, at worst irrelevant. Amateur investigators take the highlighted names and look for purported evidence of voter ineligibility, like a social media posting from out of state. They can then use Eagle AI to auto-prepare challenge forms in a couple of clicks. It's no more than a clearinghouse for election deniers to compile mass challenges. Move on to the other column in page 2 here. Paragraph that begins with, that was hardly a surprise because, as we've documented, mass challenges are consistently based on unreliable data. Specifically, inconsistencies in voter data can more often be explained by benign reasons rather than voter ineligibility. To name a few, voters may want their mail forwarded but remain eligible to vote at their registered address. People may accidentally indicate an entire household moved when some members remain. Public property records may be out of date and people often share names. Thus, private challenges based on these data sets are more likely to sweep in ineligible voters than to identify, sweep in eligible voters rather than identify ineligible voters. Move on to page 4, paragraph that starts with the word third. Eagle AI's backers also propose that local governments use it to resolve private challenges, which would lead to disastrous registration purges. This scheme is right out of the election denial playbook. Since there's no evidence that illegal voting is a widespread problem, conspiracy theorists create a facade of a problem and then demand that governments use their solution, never mind the side effects of disenfranchisement and intimidation. They want to be prosecutor and jury. Purges aren't the only concern in this scenario. Eagle AI is another mechanism for drumming up bogus evidence that election deniers can use, quote, proof for the lie that fraud mars our elections. Just by taking Eagle AI seriously, local officials could give it a veneer of legitimacy that helps disinformation gain traction in the future. Very concerning stuff. This is their opinion, the Brennan Center for Justice and the authors of the article, but I wanted to make sure that I shared it with all of you and to consider it in the future when folks may bring mass challenges against voter participation.